Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to Our Community with Whitney Prather. Learn about what's happening in Stark and Tuscarawas counties and the surrounding areas. We're going to highlight interesting people, businesses, organizations, churches, events, and even more. Stay tuned. Our next guest is as pleasant as pie. She is the kindest person, and I'm so inspired by her. Today, I'm talking to Krista Cozy with Hartford Kitchens and Shops. Small towns are her heart. She was raised in one and loves raising her daughter in Lake Township. After 10 years at the Lake Chamber of Commerce, she had the opportunity to join the Hartford Kitchen family as marketing and group tours coordinator. Krista is passionate about anything that helps the community. She loves spending time volunteering with her daughter at an organization called Love Our Community. They also love volunteering at River Tree Lake, Girls on the Run International, and so much more. Krista, I'm so excited to have this conversation with you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. But tell me about you and tell me about what's going on with Hartford Kitchen and Shops.
Well, all kinds of things. It's been a very positive year. Actually, try to look at the positives this year. Of course, keep focused on that. In the amount of time I've been able to spend with my daughter, extra time with her, so that's been great. My day role here is marketing and group tours coordinator. Of course, we haven't been welcoming as many group tours this year, so we'll look forward to the future when we can again. But marketing day to day and social media. We also just launched a new website for both the kitchen and the shops. So those are combined together. So that's last week's project, was launching that. So that's an ongoing process, as you know, with the website, to keep that moving and always be adding something new and fun to it. So
that's awesome. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that you guys are focused on your digital experience, because that's really a part of your brand. And that's something that I'm super passionate about. So yeah. I'm glad to hear that you guys are making it not just a physical experience, but
really your front door. So
yeah. So tell me about your experience with Hartville. I know that you are really involved in the community there, but tell me about your experience with Hartville and how you came to this role and all that good stuff.
Well, it was a winding path a bit. I started at the Lake Township Chamber of Commerce in 2007 and really fell in love with this community. I didn't know I thought I was just taking a job. I didn't know I was, really finding my place and finding my home where I wanted to raise my daughter. So that's how I ended up here, is through my work through the chamber. The Hartford Kitchen and Shops were always sponsors. And so I got to know the family here, and over the years just built that relationship with them. And out of the blue, honestly, they offered me a job. I didn't see that coming. But I'm very grateful and fortunate to be able to represent them and their family of businesses. It's really an honor for me to, and their values of what we're built upon here. So that was so important to me, and it's how I was raised. So I found my new home here. I'm not from here originally, but this is home.
Wonderful. Where are you from?
It's a little town called New Washington, Ohio. There's about maybe 1,000 people, if you're lucky.
You love the small towns?
I do. I'm really drawn to the small town. I love how a small town comes together. We were named Best Hometown by Ohio Magazine last year. Hartville was. So, and really that encompasses the township of Lake Township as well. But I mean, it's just such a welcoming place. We have such great nonprofit organizations here that I truly, truly love being a part of. Lake Township Fish is our food pantry, and FISH stands for Faithfully I Serve Him. So there you go with the values coming through in Lake. And I love how that's a collaboration of churches. That's all the churches, no matter the denomination, they come together. And Love Our Community. I think you might connect with Kelly Viscount from Love Our Community. They do so much to help our neighbors in need. Pegasus Farm. I mean, there's just so many to even be able to start naming them. I don't want to leave anyone out. But and I'm also part of the Lake Rotary, and we love, it's, the motto there is service above self. It's just how I was raised. So I love being a part of all these organizations.
Yeah, I really love your passion for small towns and for building community. And that's what Hartville Kitchen really does. It's a place
Mhm.
where we can gather in the shops as well after we're eating or before as we're waiting to get a seat.
Right.
So, how is the Hartville Kitchen doing? How is everything going with you guys?
Yeah, it's great. It's our space is giving our guests a comfort level. There's so much space here to offer in our dining room that you can be spaced apart when you're dining, and any of the modifications we've made seem like they've already been there, so that you don't have that sort of in your face, as soon as you walk in. It's very seamless. And so it does bring comfort to our guests, if I could talk,
Yeah.
to be able to have it not be in your face, but be knowing that we are taking every step. And I think honestly, our biggest heroes here are those ladies that literally go from the east end to the west end of the building. I mean, this is an 80,000 square foot building, and they every hour, they start with the door handles and the high touch points and all of that, and they work every angle of the offices and the public spaces, and to keep our guests and our employees safe. So I just think that's actually our real heroes, are those ladies who go from end to end, and all of our staff that take such great care. Our I don't know if a lot of people know this, but we get the Safety Excellence Award from the Health Department every year. We don't have to have every single person on a shift be ServSafe certified, but every person is. We have to have one as the minimum requirement, but all are. So we just take that very, very seriously. We want you to have a great experience. We want you to be safe. And that was before 2020 happened. That's always
Yeah,
a
that's just a part
priority.
of your values.
Absolutely.
Safety.
Yeah.
Nice. Wonderful. So we have a wonderful holiday coming up,
Yes.
Thanksgiving.
Yes.
What can people expect from you guys? Are you serving Thanksgiving dinner this year?
So what we do is we do heat and serve Thanksgiving meals. So you come the day before Thanksgiving and you pick it up, and it's already ready for you the next day. It takes you about an hour and a half to heat it up on your own at home, but it comes with full on instructions. There's no guessing, and it's on our website. If you lose your piece of paper, it flies off, like especially in yesterday's wind, my goodness.
Yesterday's wind was
So
crazy.
if your reheating instructions fly out of the parking lot, it's on our website. But it's so great because it's easy. And I think when we were talking earlier, you can get up, you can be in your PJs. We've done really the heavy lifting part. You just have to heat it up and serve it to your family. So the day before Thanksgiving is when you pick that up. So then on Thanksgiving, our staff can really just take a rest and take a break, because they've been, baking and cooking for days, getting ready to serve. I think it's about 7,000 meals total are what come out of our kitchen
Yeah.
that week. So, and then Friday it's back to normal. Black Friday, we're here to serve you again, and you can come and shop and everything, and enjoy the marketplace and the hardware and all the fun things there are to do on those sites as well. So it's a whole experience. You can really come make a day of it
Right.
overnight.
Right.
There's a hotel next door now.
Yeah. So if a government shutdown would occur, how are you guys preparing for that? Have you guys rolled out a plan that you can unveil just in case our listeners are looking to enjoy Black Friday with you guys? What could they expect?
I I don't have all the details on that just yet, but we would, as we had started to do in May, we were doing some curbside and things like that through the bakery. So I guess it's all going to depend on what the orders are of how we can respond. But we did offer some curbside that people could pick up, items in our bakery and things like that, or we would bring them out to their car at the revolving door. And then carry out, remained open throughout. And also, we had also offered curbside as well. So if that is your comfort level, then just let us know on that. That's not a problem. We'll do whatever we can to accommodate. We want people to be able to shop locally for the holidays. I've always known that because my parents own businesses. I mean, it's how I was raised as well, as to shop your local stores. But definitely we'll want to give them every opportunity to support locally this year and keep the money here in Lake Township, Stark County.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me about your newest guest experience, which is the oil and vinegar tasting room, which just sounds amazing. Like I want to come.
Yes. I just made actually yesterday a pork roast with our bourbon maple balsamic vinegar, and it's to die for. So that's one of my favorite flavors. Are the extra virgin olive oil. The favorite is the Tuscan herb. It's just delightful. I put it like on everything. But basically what a guest can do, and obviously we can't do sampling, is not sitting out for you to get, but if you ask one of our bakery associates, they'll be happy to get you a sample of whatever you like. I mean, I don't see why anyone wouldn't want to try the bacon oil. I mean, scramble that with your eggs, right? So yeah, that's definitely a great thing that you can still come in and experience. It's just a little different. But what I like is so many people have really, I know my brother-in-law in Oregon is taking up baking, and he is like the best baker. Who knew? So as people are, baking and cooking more at home now and exploring maybe new or maybe not, maybe they don't have talent and they are just rediscovering that as well. But our oil and vinegar can, mask anything. But you can kind of come in and try some new flavors and really just kind of bring out your inner foodie in that space. And it's just really fun to explore and try new recipes and different ideas. And it's not just for bread dipping. There's so many things you can do with it. We took a seltzer, just a plain seltzer, and added the peach fruit vinegar to it. And I know vinegar doesn't sound like something you'd want to drink, but oh my gosh, it was delightful. It's so good. And it's less sugar and all that, better for your body. And, it's trying something new. It's just fun.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. My mouth is watering literally right now because I love dipping bread. I love infused vinegars. Is that made locally? Like, do you have information on how it's made?
Yeah, it comes in from Italy and Spain, and then we bottle it here. We actually make our own salad dressings in the building that's right behind the kitchen. So we've taken that on to bottling of the oil and vinegars, and we've created our own labels and different things. It's called Hartford Cucina, which, Hartville Kitchen really, but in Italian, just to make it fun. So yeah, you can come in and enjoy that experience with your friends and family, and or for me last year, I knew my parents were going to be away for a few months, and I got them that in their stockings, and so they could do some fun cooking and make some new salad dressings, things like that, while they were on their trip, because they had an auto, so they can go anywhere.
That sounds delightful. I'm curious to know how you invite your daughter into the space. I know that you speak a lot about her. You're excited and proud to just really raise her to have a local mindset. So maybe share some ways that you do it. And by sharing, you can definitely encourage other parents to get their children involved locally.
Yeah, I think right now is the best opportunity we've ever had to really explore what's right here in our own backyards, to really kind of rediscover. I know for us, we've rediscovered parks or just discovered new ones that we never knew were here before. And also there's some takeout groups on Facebook. So we've been able to discover new restaurants as a family, and new shops and things like that, it's been a roller coaster. I'm not going to say it's all been rainbows and kittens, okay? But, you come out of it and make the best out of the situation. And I feel like for her, it's kind of just all she's ever known to be in this town. She'll say, well, Mommy, I was somewhere with my friends and people know me. It's kind of funny. People know who she is and she doesn't know who they are. But it's because, like you said, I talk about her quite a bit. I'm really proud of her. But I know one day we were driving down the road and she said, it was a national chain, I'm not going to say who, was going in, and she said, no, why would they put in one of those? They need something like, like a kitchen or a Mikasa, or she really feels welcomed here, and she thinks everyone else should come here and have that same warm welcome and that hospitality. So I think for her, no matter where she goes when she grows, she'll always have Hartville in her heart, and wherever she may end up, she'll take that on. She'll discover her new place, and she'll really dig in and want to find all the gems. And things just, even something simple, it's a library, but our local library, we love that place and we have such a great relationship. So I think it's just getting to know your local coffee shop or your local Mexican restaurant in that case. Some of these consignment shops in here, we have the best relationships with. I have a key to one of them. They have a key to my house. That's not normal probably, but that's Hartville. And that's being a neighbor. And I think she really embodies that. And she got up in front of hundreds of people at our Evening in the Village, which is our Christmas event last year, and talked about what she loved about her hometown. And it's all the things I just said. She feels welcome here. She wants everyone to know what a great place this is. She wants everyone to come here and have the same great time that she has every day. So I think, I don't know, I guess I don't know how to describe that. I guess it just came natural, because I love my hometown too. I love New Washington. Great memories there. And that's, I guess, what I'm trying to create for her is some really great childhood memories to pass on.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. I think you do a really good job with that. I think I remember seeing that post come out last year as well too, when
I was a mess in a good way.
How do other people, generate that? I think it just maybe starts with getting involved yourself.
You've got to know your town. You've got to know who's here, and you've got to know what their heart beats for too, and what's their why and why they're doing what they're doing. And I think a lot of that connection has come through not only the business community here, but her school community, the nonprofits we're involved with. I think that's how you really know your town and who's there to serve is through the volunteering. And I guess, again, I was just raised, that's what you do. You help out, and that's how you really get to know people and know where they are. That's so important.
Yeah. How has your experience, you were the president of Lake Chamber of Commerce. Mm-hmm. Have you relied on those connections still? How has that all kind of fleshed out? I remember when you were doing that role. You were so good at it and you were so involved. And I think that's something that is unique to you. I think you bring that to you bring your heart to each role that you occupy, which is just really refreshing to see. But how have you continued those relationships?
Yeah. Thank you for saying that. That really comes from my parents and my grandparents' example. But some of those relationships have grown even more so since, because I've been able to partner with them in different ways, in different connections that I had there, and just to build upon those. We're really doing something exciting here in town right now. I know when I do like the Leadership Stark County bus, where I stand on the bus and somehow manage to stay upright and give the tour of the township. I'm so proud of all these partnerships. Like, that's such a huge thing, are the partnerships that we create. There's a group called the Hartville Lake Community Development, and they are, I'm actually part of the team. I'm part of that committee, and we're working on revitalizing the stretch from between, right here in front of the kitchen by the hardware store all the way into downtown Hartville, which is where I live. So it's where I work, live, shop, do all my things. And that's what we're working on, just revitalizing and making it more beautiful. We just got done with 619 construction, so it's kind of a sea of concrete out there. So now we want to make it a little more welcoming to our visitors and add some more gateways kind of to the community and some art and some things like that. So we're going through that whole process right now. We've had community vision workshops, and I think that's what makes the difference is we're getting the community, their voice will be heard in this. And it's taking something we love and making it even better. It's not about what we have isn't already great. It is, but it can be better, and kind of recognizing that and knowing that you always have room to improve or, make something that you love even more for someone else to love. So, and, attracting people to want to live here as well, not only just visit, but to settle here with their family as well.
I love it. I love it. I love your heart,
Aw.
Krista. I love what you stand for. I told you in the email, anytime I connect with you, I'm really, really inspired. So I really
Ah,
appreciate you bringing that to our community.
of course.
And yeah,
The
I
same for me,
appreciate
girl.
it. I appreciate it. And I just really have enjoyed this chat. So thank you so much for your time today. And we'll connect soon. We'll see you in Hartville.
Awesome. We'll see you then. Thanks.
Thank you to our guest today. And thank you for tuning in. Cheers. Until next time.